Howdy, howdy. This is Gary and Elmira here in the Philippines. And today is May 28th, 9th, 7th,
26.
26th.
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah. Yesterday was 25th.
Oh, May 26th. Okay, we're Sunday here anyway. Not much traffic. And we are heading for Cabadbaron City. Gonna look at a house up here.
Yeah.
So something to do, and we're getting tired of living where we're living. Or at least I am. Getting tired of spending rent money every month when we could be using it for other things, I guess. But that's what's on the plan today, and that's where we're going right now. It's hot today. It's been hot. It's cloudy, but it's still hot. It's up in the middle 90s, 95, 96 degrees. I don't know what the humidity is, but it's definitely humid because we're surrounded by water, and all of the Philippines is.
The summer this year is a lot different compared to last year. It's
Right.
hotter today this year than last summer.
This is summer, yes. And we're close to the equator, so that's the reason it's always hot in the Philippines.
Yeah, but it's a lot different this year than last year.
Well, Mira says it's a lot different this year. It's hotter. I don't remember. I was here last summer too, but I just can't recall.
Hotter a lot this year.
I'm lucky to remember yesterday, let alone last year. Other than that, I guess we don't have much going on, right? Oh, we're going to stop and look at a car on the way back. Not a car, it's a
Pickup.
Yeah, pickup, a little Mazda pickup, maybe, if they're home. And there's another one, a Mitsubishi Pajero, that we're going to stop and look at. Looking for something different, trying to get rid of the multi-cab if we can. We've had a lot of trouble with the multi-cab. Put not a lot of money, but we keep nickel and dime in us. So we're going to look for something maybe in a little bit better condition. Oh, there's the new City Hardware. They got the sign up already.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's a bigger store.
I think so.
I'm surprised that they're putting one.
There will be a competitor.
Oh yeah, right close too.
Close to this one now.
I noticed that in the Philippines. I don't know why they do that. They'll put a roasted chicken place. There'll be two right in a row, or sometimes three right in a row. Instead of moving them into a different vicinity, where there's not so much competition.
That's how it is here.
They'll go right beside each other. And a lot of other things like that are here too, I noticed. I'm not sure the logic behind it. It's like that. That's a big hardware store there, and then they're putting another big hardware store just down the road, just a little bit from it.
Yes.
So, okay. On the road, I don't know. What's that tree called, honey? That big one there?
Nara. I know, acacia. This
Acacia,
one?
yeah.
Acacia tree.
Big acacia tree back there. I'm not sure what this one is up here, hanging over the road. Do you?
This one? I'm not sure.
No, don't know, hon.
I don't know.
Where's where we got our plants?
No, over here.
Up here. Well, I'm really bummed out about our plants. We had a couple nice plants, or trees we got, and all three died actually. We had three and they've died already. I probably should have took them out of the little pots, but they were doing all right. And then this hot weather hit, and well, one died right away. What do we have? A rambutan, and what did we have?
Wait. I'm not sure what else.
Lanzoni.
Yeah, Lanzoni.
Lanzoni, a rambutan, and something else. And now I believe they're all dead. Might be because of this hot weather. I'm not sure. Been trying to keep them watered, but the sun is so hot that it just might have killed them. I probably should have put them in a shady spot. Next time I'll know better. We don't have a lot of money into them, at least.
Yeah, that was only like what, 50?
What?
50.
50 pesos?
Yeah.
Oh, we only had 50 pesos into them.
Each.
So that's not bad. That's about $1 a piece, I guess. So still kind of a shame. I hate to see them die. Where are we at here, honey?
We're still here in Butuan.
This is still Butuan?
Yes.
Then we're going to keep going straight, right?
Yeah.
And if you turn right here, that goes to
That's the way to Davao.
Davao, which we were there about a month ago. It's a long drive, very long drive. We came back and
This way to Surigao.
partially dark, and we'll never do that again.
This way to Surigao.
And this way is to Surigao. Much nicer up there for beaches, white sand. But the one bad thing about it is they have a lot more earthquakes up there, and land is very expensive up there. Land is getting expensive in the Philippines, just for all you guys out there, you know, people that are thinking about coming over here and marrying a Filipino or a Filipina or a Filipino, that land is getting expensive, starting to get expensive. I've been watching land prices here for the last 12, 14 years, I guess, altogether, and they've just, of course, continued to rise. Continued to rise in this last just the last year and a half, they've really jumped up, especially beach property. I mean, beach property is getting outrageous in places. There's definitely, most Filipinos can't afford it, but at most average Filipinos. There are a lot of rich Filipinos here too, don't kid yourself. Look at all the mango trees over there, did you see that? One nice thing about it today, the traffic is not bad. It's not thick at all. It's always that way here in the Philippines, at least this area. On Sundays, people just have a tendency to stay home. Or either that, or they go to the beach, or they
stay at home, go to the mall.
Go to the mall where it's cool. Yeah, we're coming up here to a bridge. I'm not sure where that was.
Tagibo Bridge.
Huh?
Tagibo Bridge.
Tagaboo Bridge. Ah, okay. Almira says it's Tagaboo Bridge. Is there
That van. Did
is
you
there a
see
river
that?
here? Huh?
Did you see that van?
No. What did he
This
do?
one, trying to,
I don't know if there's a river here, is there?
Yeah, there is.
Let's try to get a view of the river here.
There is.
I'm gonna switch over. Oh, I can't see it very well, that's for sure.
Very small river.
Small river, yeah.
Unlike the Agusan River.
What's that?
Unlike the Agusan River, it's very big and wide. Oh, okay.
A lot of coconut trees over there. Of course, there's a lot of coconut trees all over the Philippines.
Yes, that's true.
Mainly, that's the main tree here. Coconut tree.
Big house here.
Yeah, I'm building a big house there. Looks like nice one. Gee, look at all the plants there. Do you see that?
Yes.
Flowering plants.
I see that.
Somebody burning over there.
Yes.
The school's here. That's a school there.
Yeah, elementary school.
Elementary, schools are all painted up very colorful here. Every school you see is painted usually very bright colors, right?
Usually green, yellow.
And multicolored too. Right.
Oh, just for, beautification.
Right.
But not the building. Oh, that's
Big house.
actually the house we tried to ask before.
Well, that's the one that was for sale.
Yeah.
They want $7 million.
I think it's getting smaller. Maybe part of it was sold. I don't know.
Looks like the house is closer to the road.
Oh, because of the widening.
Oh.
Road widening. So now it's closer.
Right.
Before it's like,
And what do they want? $7 million for the place?
something like that.
Too much. This is all getting enclosed now too. I don't know what's going on there. It's a new wall. If you notice the walls here, then they never finish off the walls. And I mean, what am I trying to say is they don't do a good job of laying the concrete bricks here. I don't know why. If the masons don't know how to do it or what the deal is. If you look at the hollow block, or we call it concrete block, I guess back home, I don't know what we call it. Anyway, they do a really nice, the mason can lay it and it looks like a really nice job. I mean, it is nice the way they do it in the U.S. And you don't have to put a covering over it or anything. It looks good enough without having to put anything over it, surfacing. Here, a lot of times they'll put a surface over the wall after they get it finished because it looks junky. And I guess I have seen a few, but very few walls that are done real well. And also they don't. I think a lot of it is they don't use just cement. And they stick a little bit of gravel in that when they're laying brick or laying block. So of course it doesn't come out good. It's a big area there.
Yeah.
Acacia trees.
Falcata.
Oh yeah, that's falcata. I should know the difference between the bark. Bark is lighter than falcata.
Yes.
A lot of falcata trees, and they used it for making plywood, and mainly what I've seen here. They're a fast-growing tree. You can actually harvest them in about 9 to 12 years from the time of planting.
How many years?
9 to 12
Yeah.
for harvesting from the time of planting. And they're very crooked tree too, so they have to cut them in short lengths when they haul them. There's a big rice field over there. I don't know if you can see it. The mountains. Hard to see because there you go. The vegetation is so thick here. And that's the way with most all the Philippines. It's very thick vegetation. It's definitely tropical. I don't know what those mountains are. Do you? Is there a name for them? Do you know of? Or?
No, I don't know the name.
Okay, Almira doesn't know the name. What are all these falcata trees?
Falcata seedlings.
Oh, falcata seedlings. All those.
Yes.
See those plants? I'm right here, even here. They're all falcata seedlings. People plant them on their property so they can harvest them, and then 9 and 12 years later. We were always going to buy a piece of property here for We never have done it yet. The way things are going, I'm not sure if we will ever get the job done. Oh, there's a good view of the mountains. Very steep. Probably a lot cooler up there. So, are we getting close to Cabadbaron, honey?
Yeah, probably.
We're not too far away, I guess.
Maybe 15 minutes.
Oh, that long?
Probably.
Of course, this girl doesn't drive too fast, so... unless she's upset. And she has a tendency to put her foot in the pedal for some reason. There's a little Mazda or Nissan.
Nissan Frontier.
Yeah, it's one of the old models.
Yes.
A lot of those around. A lot of these little pickups around. They must have been a good outfits. Nissan and Mazda, and some of the older Zuzus even. Or just a small pickup like the Ford Ranger used to be back home. Very small truck. Back to the mountains there again. There's a church, older church. It's like they're redoing something on it.
They're renovating it.
Yes. You also see a lot of what was that root crop back there growing? Cassava growing here and there and everywhere. They use it for baking. What else do they use cassava for, huh?
Oh, they make starch from cassava.
Starch?
Cassava starch.
What starch?
Starch.
For what?
Cassava starch for baking.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I said. It's used for baking mainly.
For
Must be other,
cooking.
huh?
You can also boil the cassava itself.
Oh,
Yeah, and sweeten it. Put some sugar and coconut milk
I see.
for snacks.
Okay. I don't think I've ever eaten it that way yet. I've had the cassava cake.
Yeah, cassava cake is better, tastier than just cooking, just boiling it, adding it with coconut milk and sugar.
There's still quite a few fruits and things I haven't tried here, but I've tried a big percent of them.
Papaya, you haven't tried?
Yeah, I've tried papaya more than once. I don't like it. She's making fun of me now because she knows I don't like papaya.
By the way, bought papaya from the market today.
Oh boy. I'm not really fond of papaya. I don't know why. The first initial taste tastes good, but then it leaves kind of a funny taste in my mouth that I just don't like. It's too bad because there's a lot of papaya around here in all different kinds, sizes, shapes, and it's cheap to buy. It's kind of a sweet, I don't know, I can't describe what it tastes like. It tastes like papaya. Not chicken, papaya.
Of course.
There's some more rice fields over here. They're about ready to harvest this one here. Looks like you can tell when the rice is about ready to harvest. It starts turning brown on top.
Yellow or yellow.
Yellowish brown, yeah. Watch out here. Watch this guy.
I see that.
Got a crazy driver up here in front of us in the black Toyota Fortuner. Yeah, he couldn't wait. He's accident looking for a place to happen. Yeah, and then he gets up here to this rough ride where the bridge is very rough. We're working on this bridge up here. It's really rough through here. So I'm going to shut the phone off. I'm just going to bounce up and down. Shut the video off. Okay. We're coming in City of Cabadbaron. Right there's the sign. City of Cabadbaron. So we have to find the Jollibees. We're going to meet these people. There's a loaded up tricycle. I don't know what's on there. Mattresses and wood, I guess.
Wood, I think. And at the front are passengers. Ooh, looks overloaded too.
There's an overloaded jeepney. Huh? I mean, it is top heavy. Still tickles me to see some of the things that they haul around over here. You wonder why the roads in the Philippines are so bad. Well, the reason is because they overload a lot of their trucks, and as far as I know, there's no rules or regulations against it. I mean, some of these trucks are so overloaded, it's unbelievable. Some of the big trucks even overloaded with rice, bags and sacks of rice or whatever they've got, gravel. I mean, they just overload, and of course it ruins the roads a lot quicker. And if there's laws against it, it's not enforced in this part of the country, that's for sure. Barangay Sanghan. It's a gas station. One great thing about the gas stations here in the Philippines is you do not have to get out and pump your own gas.
Right.
They do it for you. And they will check your tires, and they will wash your windshield. I don't think they check oil or anything, do they?
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes they do if you ask.
If you ask, yeah, they will do it for you.
I see. So I guess, I've never asked, but I have asked to get my windshield wiped. So sometimes they'll ask you want your windshield washed, and is your tires okay? And they'll do that for you too. You just sit in the car and wait. Well, it used to be that way in the U.S., but very few places anymore. That's for sure. There's a whole bunch of corn over there growing.
Yeah.
Looks good, like a good crop too. Yes, it is a good crop of corn. I don't know if it's tasty or not. Most of the sweet corn I've eaten here is not good, to me anyway. I mean, I'm used to some of that good old
banana.
Yeah, well, this is banana trees. Not change the subject. On both sides of the road, we have banana trees growing still, even over here. That's it. Now here's some more banana trees. But anyway, as I was saying about the sweet corn, it's not very tasty here, and I don't know if it's the hot weather or, I mean, you wouldn't think so because corn usually likes hot weather. I think that one of the problems that I see is they let it get too ripe, and of course after it gets too ripe, it loses the sweetness, and it's tougher. Whereas back home, when I grew corn, I mean, I didn't grow big quantities, but I grew enough to eat and to freeze even a lot of the times. I always picked it, and early in the morning or late in the evening. Usually late in the evening because I'm not an early riser. But if you pick it early in the morning and late in the evening, the sugar is up. They say the sugar is up, so that means it's into the corn more, and the corn is sweeter. And that's one thing I don't think they do here, or they know about, because I've never had any real good sweet corn here yet.
Big house.
What was that?
Big house.
Oh, a big house. So soon we should be here, and we're gonna go look at this house. Well, we met the people here at Jollibee's, and we're following them to look at this house now. They're in front of us on a motorcycle. Actually, there's a tricycle in front of us now, but there they are. And the lady in the purple up there. That must be her husband.
That was the road we took.
That, yeah,
We took a shortcut.
I see.
River.
Cabadbaron Bridge. Oh, this is a bigger river here.
Not as bigger as the Agusan River.
Wider though than the one we just saw a while back. It's not running very fast. I see fish jumping out there. Wow, cool. Time to get out the old fishing pole. What's that?
Surigao.
Surigao what?
Going to Surigao.
How far is Surigao from here, do you think?
Probably 2 hours. 1.5 or 2 hours.
I see. A little more traffic here, hon. Some guys down there playing basketball. I can't see them now.
Yeah, I think so.
We're going left here.
Yeah, that's what.
It's the same place we went when we went to look at some property here about a year ago, right?
Yeah.
And it was almost 3 hectares of coconut trees, and it's on flat ground, and we should have bought it. But we had this dippy sales lady, and I don't know how she sells anything. She never gets back to her people. She doesn't encourage the sale, nothing. And so we had a lot of problems with her, and we ended up not buying it.
I think this house is on the left side.
Right close here.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is the same road we took to go look at that coconut farm.
I think.
I almost wish we'd have bought that. The person could have moved there. It was very nice and quiet and serene there, but it was off the road quite a ways. But it was a really nice area, just all flat, and there was electricity to the property. There was over 300 coconut trees. But one bad thing now, coconuts are down. When I first got here, they were how much, hon?
I think 12 or 13 a kilo.
12 or 13 a kilo, and now they're down to 3 a kilo. So that's a terrible drop, and we don't know what's going on or why, or if the market was over
Yeah,
flooded.
the price of the oil still the same.
Yeah, the price of the oil is still the same. So that tells me the coconut dealers are gouging everybody. If the price of oil is still the same, either that or the production of the oil went up so high that here we are.
Oh, I was wrong.
Oh, I don't think you did pass it, honey. If you did, you don't know where it was at.
No, I haven't seen it.
Because we haven't been back in here, this area yet. Ooh, look at all these big mango trees. Kind of a trail back in here, looks like. There it is, right up there. I can see it already. Well, we're gonna go look at this house. I can see it already. It's green.
But do they still keep going?
Maybe that's not it. I
Is
guess
it
that's not it. I thought it was this.
two-story or what?
I thought it was this one here, but evidently
Is it
it's
a
not.
two-story, honey?
What?
Two-story house or what?
What'd you say?
Is the house we're gonna look a two-story house or?
I can't remember. All I know it's green. Where did they go?
Right there.
Well, there's another green one way back here, hon.
Maybe that's it.
Must be, that's where they stopped. There's another way into here too. Look, that gravel road up there. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. There's lots of little trails in here. It's definitely nice and quiet back in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a big house here. Well, here's the house. Looks like a big
We
house.
should have taken the multi-car.
For sale, and they live here, so probably won't be taking any photos. I don't want them to get paranoid, but here we are.
Oh. Here's the Australian. So that's a dead